Did you know that Indigenous women and girls are 12 times more likely to go missing or be murdered than non-Indigenous girls in Canada? That's 12 times. This is KN Explains Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, and Two-Spirit People. You might be familiar with MMIWG. Maybe you've seen the updated version, MMIWG2S+. It's a short form label for a national crisis here in Canada, and it stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women, Girls, and Two-Spirit People Plus. A red dress is often used as a symbol to help raise awareness for this issue, with Red Dress Day being held every May 5th. Together, the acronym and the red dress represent a call to end violence against Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit people. So why are Indigenous women and girls being targeted? Explaining the historical and current issues that have led us to this national crisis is hard to do in a short video, but the experts I have spoken to have made this clear. Indigenous lives have been devalued since the beginning of colonization. And organizations such as Amnesty International say that racist and sexist stereotypes, like thinking Indigenous women are less than or less cared about, can lead some people who commit crimes and acts of violence to think that they can get away with it. So how many have gone missing or have been harmed? We don't have the exact numbers. Experts say that's often due to differences in how cases are reported or a lack of reporting in general. Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit people often slip through the cracks. There are almost 1,500 known cases that have been tracked since 1929. Activists believe that stat to be much higher. One estimate from more than 10 years ago suggests that the number of missing and murdered Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit people is more than 4,000. Those numbers are a lot to process, but it is important that we remember that each number is a real person who was loved by their families and communities. And still, these numbers do not give a face or a name to the women and girls who have experienced this tragedy, or the families who have had to live without them. To some Indigenous communities, especially those that are matriarchal or led by women, the loss of life represents loss of culture and leadership as well. We know this is a national crisis, so what is being done about it? In 2016, the Canadian government launched an investigation into the issue known as an inquiry. An inquiry seeks to gather information and to answer questions. Questions such as, why does this happen? Who does it affect, and what can be done about it? It took decades of activism by the families of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls before the government agreed to have an inquiry. Indigenous women and Two-Spirit leaders have been at the forefront of this advocacy and have consistently demanded action from leaders and governments. It included government officials, police officers, family members, and survivors who shared their stories. A final report came out 3 years later in 2019. This report labeled these ongoing deaths and disappearances as a genocide against Indigenous women and girls. The commissioners also came up with 231 calls for justice. Two quick examples of these: educational campaigns by the government to stop the violence from being normalized, and teaching kids in school about the issues that Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit people face every day. So far, very few calls for justice have been completed. And while the Government of Canada says many of the calls are underway, critics say the process is taking too long. And still, the issue continues to happen in cities and communities across the country today. I'm here at the MMIWG Monument in Winnipeg. It's a site for many marches, vigils, and a place for our communities to gather. As a young Dakota woman, I remain inspired by the leadership of the families across this country who have experienced this tragedy. So what can you do? The experts I spoke to said that people can learn more about the crisis, educate others, read the calls for justice, and even pick a few you can work on in your own community. And as I finish up here, I'm reminded that Indigenous women and girls remain artists, visionaries, and leaders who are imagining and building a brighter future, one where we can walk together. That's it for CBC Kids News. I'm Sophia Smoke, signing off.